A and B are vectors with angle theta between them, such that theta greater than 0 and smaller than 90 degrees. If absolute value A, absolute value B, and absolute value A plus B are the magnitudes of vector A, B, and A plus B, respectively, which of the following is true? First, we recall law of cosine. Here is a triangle with side A and side B and side C. A, B, and C are the length. Alpha is the angle. Alpha is the angle between side A and side B. The law of cosine states that C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2 times A times B times cosine alpha. For our problem, we draw the vector in this diagram. Here's vector A and here's vector B. The angle between vector A and vector B is theta, and theta is smaller than 90 degrees. And we move vector B to here. And this one is vector A plus B. And this angle is 180 degrees minus theta. Since this angle is theta, so this angle is 180 minus theta. The length of vector A is A absolute value. The length of vector B is B absolute value. The length of vector A plus B equal A plus B and take absolute value. Now we redraw this triangle in the following diagram. For this triangle, we apply the law of cosine. To our problem, we have this equation. Notice that the angle here is 180 degrees minus theta. So 180 degrees minus theta. And we use this mathematical identity, cosine 180 degrees minus theta equal to minus cosine theta. We get these equations. And I call this equation as equation 1. From the condition is given in the problem, theta is greater than 0 and smaller than 90 degrees. Therefore, cosine theta smaller than 1 and greater than 0. See this figure below. When theta smaller than 90 degrees, greater than 0, we have this region from here to here. Therefore, cosine theta greater than 0 and smaller than 1. From this equation, cosine smaller than 1, we call this equation 2, that we multiply this quantity on both sides of equation 2. This quantity on both sides of equation 2, then we have this equation. And here we have used the fact 2 times magnitude A and times magnitude B is a positive number. We add A squared plus B squared on both sides of equation 3. We have the following equation. Equation 1 is here. The left side is from equation 1, A plus B magnitude square. So we have the following, this equation. Now, this equation, we can make it perfect square as this equation. Now we take square root on both sides of this equation. We have this equation. We have the magnitude A plus B smaller than magnitude A plus magnitude b. From cosine theta greater than 0, we call this equation as equation 4. We multiply 2 times magnitude a times magnitude b on both sides equation 4. On both sides equation 4. Then we have 0 multiply this factor equal to 0, and cosine theta times this factor we get here. We call this equation as equation 5. Next step, we add a squared plus b squared on both sides equation 5, on this equation 5. Then we have a squared plus b squared added on here. Then smaller than a squared plus b squared and plus this term. And this term from equation 1, we have this equation, because equation 1 states as this, all this term equal to a plus b squared. Then we take square root on both sides of this equation. We have this equation. So this equation is conclusion from cosine theta greater than 0. Then we combine this conclusion and the previous conclusion. Finally, we get this equation. The condition is theta smaller than 90 degrees and greater than 0. Now we can compare our answer with 5 choices given in the problem. We find that answer E is correct.